It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Cowboys and the Seahawks, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Zeke going to get it on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year cornerback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Clifton. This one goes, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No receivers open, so he's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
It's caught, Lockett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Here's Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Partner, normally double coverage is reserved for receivers and tight ends, but this time they actually targeted the running back with it, and it still wasn't enough. He attacked the defense and got in a great position to haul in the catch and get a nice gain out of it.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Thomas. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Operating from the gun. Clifton firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Clifton. Eluding the pressure right. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Prescott now. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the 2nd half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the 1st half.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the gun on 3rd down. Clifton. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Clifton over the middle. He finds Eskridge. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taken in at the 3. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They run with Thomas. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Thomas. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Prescott. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Jefferson.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
And they'll go again here with Jefferson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And out now come the Seahawks. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifton. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clifton. He finds his man complete. It's Tucker. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season. We saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll look to throw again.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end fan. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Marr on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
First down, Prescott. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Tolbert hauls in the out route.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A look around the NFL, we'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Second and 3. And a little floater there is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Oh, Prescott stripped. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to run now.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. He can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Clifton over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. To throw on second down. Clifton. And that'll be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Moore able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things is it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
While we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Straight ahead, Walker. The tackle there by Marcus Epps.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Clifton. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Looking to throw. Clifton.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
On 3rd down, Clifton.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and the lead will stay put at 17. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Right back to Tolbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to be met at about the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off play action. Clifton.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hand off here to Walker.
Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Clifton. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Looking to throw. Clifton to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Marr now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 2nd down, Elliott looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that are out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking out a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team. Okay, I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff, because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time. Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a run with Walker.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Walker once more. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Walker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A first down throw for Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
90 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down to the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check, got that done. Win a wild card game. Big